Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Valley Exchange, an eBay selling podcast where we talk about what we've learned. What's going on in our store this week?
We've had a great holiday weekend. So good.
Yeah, I mean, we got 4th of July coming up tomorrow. So I think people are just, relaxing, having a good time, and they're shopping online.
Definitely. And they just got paid because it's, right after the 1st. So.
That's true. I mean, we always notice an uptick in sales whenever people get paid, usually at the 1st of the month or in the, middle of the month because people get their mid-month paycheck.
End of the month is a little rough normally.
Yeah, end of the month, you'll get the slow sales, but they'll always pick up again once the 1st comes around, which is nice.
Yeah, that's true. They don't normally do it this much. I mean, today we had a $335 day.
Which is awesome.
That's big for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we shoot for $100 a day, so $335 is great. Granted, we did sell a camera that was ours, but even if we wouldn't have, we'd still be having a great day.
We'd still be over 100.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the last 3 days, we've had over $200 every single day.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
Really, really great. So for the last 7 days, we sold 1,025. And for the last 31 days, we sold 3,505.
And we've had pretty good month last month.
Yeah.
It was, our best month yet. We keep just climbing the sales every single month. So
yeah.
So far, so far every month we always have more sales than the month before. Wouldn't you say that's true?
Yeah. No, we definitely want to keep trying to grow that. So
I mean, we've only been doing this for about 6 months now, so
yeah,
it's nice that every single month we can have that increase. Hopefully, definitely. I don't think we'll be able to keep up the growth we've had right now. I mean,
why not?
Well,
why not?
Hopefully, I don't know. I'm afraid we're going to plateau pretty soon here, and
we're not going to plateau unless we change something. I mean, we will, but we'll keep changing it.
I mean, our sales percentage won't look as good every single month because, you can't have a 25% increase every single month.
Well, no, but, I think we'll still increase every month.
I hope so. Yeah, I really hope so. That'd be awesome.
Unless I stop working hard. We'll see. I expect when we go on vacation, it does slow down quite a bit.
That's true.
So, yeah, that'll happen again.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. So what's the find of the week? What's the cool thing we found?
Well, it was a find for myself, actually. I just found normal stuff this week, I guess. At the bins, it was all just, basic whatever. But at a thrift store the other day, I found these adorable planters. It's like a planter window set. And so there's a basil one and a sage one. And it's really, really cute. And I ended up looking it up when I came home because I noticed they were kind of fancy, kind of. And they're a Ray Dunn planter set, so they're pretty rare. And I could get 45 if I sold it, but I decided to keep it.
Yeah, so. I was going to say, you're not going to sell
Kevin's
it.
You can keep it.
And we had to go out and buy the plant for it.
It's really cute. So that was my find of the week. Sometimes it's fun to keep things. I don't normally keep much at all.
Yeah, we're pretty good about, making sure we're selling what we're buying.
Not often I buy stuff for us. At the bins, I do grab some stuff, like jackets or whatever, if they're nice, but...
every now and then we'll find something we're we just got to keep this because it's so cool.
Yeah,
or it
but
just
not often.
Looks nice, yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty good about... We don't want more stuff. We feel like
we have enough stuff as it is. And, you're not making any money if you're keeping all the stuff you're buying.
No, because I could have kept a lot of things.
Yeah.
But we want to make a profit, definitely.
So. Well, our main topic this week is how to find the things that we're selling. So...
Definitely.
Basically, what we say is start out with your own stuff.
Yeah, we just kind of want to share what works for us. This is the stuff we learned in the last... Well, we've been doing this a little longer than 6 months, but 6 months full time.
Yeah.
And this is, what we wanted to know when we started, because it was really hard to, for people to tell us. Everyone says, the general things, but we really wanted to know more, and that was really hard.
Yeah. So
we want to say, start with your own stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff around your house, or if you're just starting and you've never listed anything before... List what's around you, because normally it's worth more than what you're going to find in a thrift store.
Usually, most people have just enough junk lying around that they can list that. And
well, we just did that when we moved. And we made a ton of money off of we had old iPods, cameras. What else did we have? We had a bunch of stuff
just lying around. That stuff that we're never going to use. You might hold on to something like, oh yeah, I'll use this again someday, but you're never going to. So. It's just nice that we had that available to put up there. Essentially for no cost. I mean, at one point in time, it did cost us money, but
it's you're just wasting it by leaving it in a drawer. So, we do want to say start with what you know. If you're going to go out and look for stuff at a thrift store, like if you know electronics, look at electronics. If you know clothes, look at clothes.
I mean, it's the same in like investing. It's like always stick with what you know. So try to find stuff that you've either learned a lot about or you're just personally interested in. And that also helps keep it fun. I mean, you do clothes because that's what you like to do. I like to find electronics because that's what I personally enjoy. So, I mean, if you're trying to find something that's a big money maker, but you're just not having any fun doing it, it's not,
sucks.
It's not really that much better than just working at some other job. Because if you hate your job or hate doing this, then what's the point? Yeah.
You don't want to hate what you're doing.
Yeah, we want to love what we do. I mean, there's always going to be times where it's not the best, where we're unhappy, where we're like, oh, we just have to get through all this crap and then we'll be done with it.
But then you own your time. You can choose when to do it. If I want to do it in the middle of the night, I can do it in the middle of the night. Like, it can happen.
I prefer if you don't.
Yeah, but I could. And you want to keep, like, the places you're sourcing, if it's not working for you, try somewhere else. Yeah. Like, we've went to places and we're like, oh, this is great. And then it stops being great. You need to find somewhere else.
Yeah. And good places to start with are garage sales.
Yeah, we go to like the Goodwill outlets. But not everyone have those, I mean, within driving distance for us.
We're also looking at thrift stores. Yeah. So, I mean, there's your local Goodwill.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of, just small church thrift stores, whatever you can find. Ask your family. Everyone has stuff lying around. We've been given boxes by our family of just like clothes or whatever.
I mean, once we started telling them what we do, they're happy to give it to us.
Yeah,
they're
like,
books. Take it. We don't want it. And
they've given us a lot of stuff.
Yeah, maybe you'll make some money from it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot of people just got stuff, as I said, lying around, and they're fine giving it to a family member. So
yeah. I mean, don't tell them how much you sell it for.
They'll want to cut. Yeah. So keep that to yourself.
We've had that happen before. It's kind of awkward. And we're like, okay.
Yeah. No. So we've kind of learned from that to be like,
don't lie. But yeah. And also you can look on Craigslist. A lot of people do that. Well, we don't personally do that right now, but I hear a lot of people do.
I've done it a couple times on my own.
And how well did that work?
It went great. I made a lot of money from it.
Okay.
That was actually one of the things I made the most profit from.
Do you remember the printer you bought?
Okay. That was a bad one.
Let's talk about this.
No.
You went to pick it up, remember?
Yeah.
And you felt like you had to buy it.
That is
even
true.
though it was in bad condition. Yeah. And he did. He had to buy it because he was in this guy's house. It was weird.
Yeah. So that's the one thing about Craigslist. You can get kind of pressured into buying something that's not really the best. But when you find good things, I mean, I once bought a stereo for $80 and I sold it for $150.
Yeah.
So with Craigslist, the fun part about it, or the good part about it, is that you can look up the stuff before you go get it. And you'd be like, all right, that is what I want. That's going to make me a great profit. As long as it's in good shape, I'm going to go get it and make a whole ton of money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the nice thing about Craigslist. But it's not quite as... I don't know, like, you can't get as much stuff as you can from, like, a garage sale or a thrift store. Like, you can just walk in, pick all the stuff off the shelf, put it in your cart, and you're done. Whereas Craigslist, you gotta scroll through all the listings. You got to, look up each individual price. So it takes longer. I mean...
Also kind of weird meeting people.
That's true.
I like eBay, because I don't have to meet the people.
Yeah, you gotta go meet some person in some parking lot. So, I mean, it can be a little sketchy.
Yeah.
But you just, if you can find... the things that are going to bring you the most profit, I do think it's worth taking a look. I just don't know if I'd want to do that full time.
No, that'd be a lot of work.
Yeah,
I think. But
and
some
also
people do it.
For that, you got to live in a city.
Yeah, like we don't live in a big city, so
it's medium sized, I'd say. But you got to live somewhere where there's other people posting that stuff, or you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
So
no, that's definitely true, and we definitely say like look for quality. Just because it's the brand that you want doesn't mean that it's worth buying. I mean,
you got to find a good brand.
Yeah.
You got to find something in good condition. I mean, the brand isn't always everything.
No,
but
I mean, if it's like if I'm at the bins and it has new with tags and there's no problems with it, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no it doesn't matter what brand it is. I can sell it because I'm paying 50 cents for it.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal, but definitely look for quality when you're buying used clothes too. It's so easy to miss like defects and stuff. But if it's a good quality, you're generally going to make, a profit off of it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like Walmart or Target brands. Although some Target brands are worth it if you get, certain ones. But
yeah, you just got to find something that looks good and, it doesn't have a lot of problems with it. And a lot of times when you're just looking around, you'll just be able to see the quality. Like, if you're digging through a garage sale and, the stuff that's good is going to stand out to you. At least true. I hope it does.
It will, especially over time. You'll start noticing it.
Yeah.
But I definitely use the app to look at the solds of anything I'm looking up. So you can go into the app and view the sold listings under any item. Like, so when you're looking for it, and that's how you know you're going to make a profit.
Yeah, you don't want to look at what's active. You don't want to look at what's completed. You want to look at what the thing's actually sold for.
But it does matter how many are active of a certain item.
That's
if you are trying to sell a purple shirt of this brand and there's 100 other of them, same one, it's going to take you a while to sell it.
How is your one purple shirt going to stand out among the rest?
That doesn't mean don't buy it, but if it's an expensive item, you might want to think twice about it.
Yeah. With electronics, you'll kind of have the problem where there's just a
million, but you hope
of it,
make it to the top of the
but
search.
Also, the thing about them is they sell pretty fast.
It's true.
That's nice.
That's true.
Our clothes have been selling pretty fast, though, too. So
some.
Not all.
It depends.
Yeah.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
We've switched to free shipping, and that's made a big difference.
That's true. Yeah, that's really helped us out. And basically what we're trying to do is for every $1 that we spend, we want to at least get $10 back. So
at least.
Yeah. If I buy something for $5, I want to sell it for $50.
That doesn't work for everyone. That's just our business model. Some people want to make a lot more than that, or less than that. I don't know. But we used to try for a lot more, but we were missing out on a lot of stuff, I think. Because every dollar counts. every dollar you're making adds up at the end of the month.
When you buy a shirt for $1, you want to at least make $10 back, but you're trying to get for that 20 or 30.
But occasionally we have, stuff that's under $10.
And that's not always true. Because again, I go back to that speaker I bought. I spent $80. Am I expecting $800? No.
Yeah.
But a $70 profit from 80 to
and
150.
Really fast.
Yeah, and really fast. Take that $1 for every $10 with a grain of salt. But that's if you need like a rule to help you out when you're looking something up, that is a really easy thing to go by.
Yeah, we try to sell most things between $14 to $20. But making $10 off something is also great. It all adds up, and we've had a lot of smaller sales. From the beginning, I was buying stuff that really wasn't selling well for us, and so right now we're getting rid of a lot of that because I think people are seeing it. So
that sucks because we, not getting as much of a return as we want, but we've already invested the time, so to just get something back for it,
definitely
that's money.
And we're still making a profit.
We're still making a profit. It's just not what we want, but we're at least getting rid of it and making money back from it.
Definitely true.
Because you don't want just a bunch of old stuff piling up in your store. You want to
keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Definitely. So a couple problems that have been going on in our store this week. So we had this lady, she asked a bunch of questions about this item. It was a neck massager thing. And she kept asking me all kinds of questions about the model and how it worked and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, she's going to return it. Well, she ended up returning it, but she didn't go through eBay to return it. She just decided to mail it back on her own, but she didn't contact us. And now she gave me the tracking number, and it's been marked as undeliverable. And so I have no idea what we're going to do with that, because I don't even know why she returned it. She's getting like $4 back or something.
Yeah.
It's just silly. But, so I have to call eBay and try to figure out, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah, because she didn't go through the eBay return process. She just went out on her own.
Well, and why was it undeliverable? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think it went to the wrong address is what we saw. So
something. But, it's just hard when you have a customer that does that and then keeps asking you what's going on, and you're like, hey, I need the tracking number, and then they take forever to get back to you. And
they're trying to put it all on us, where it's like, we need some accountability from you as well.
And she didn't even request the return through eBay.
Yeah.
She just did it.
And she's trying to get us to waive the restocking fee.
Which is, I'll do that. Which I don't want to do, but I would do that.
Yeah.
But it's just frustrating. So I have to call eBay on Tuesday and figure that out. And then another person purchased an item and then messaged me back and was like, hey, I only want to pay this for it. Which it turns out it's $2.30 less than the price that they wanted.
Yeah. And that's just kind of silly. It's like, I
You
don't
already
go...
paid for it.
Yeah, I don't go and buy something in a store and be like, all right, now that I bought this, how about I get another 20% off? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why people think that that's okay or something that they should do. Be like, oh, I'll buy it, then after I buy it, then I'll offer them less money.
Yeah, so I have to figure out how to refund them the $2.30 or whatever. Because I don't want to lose the sale. I mean, it's not worth it, and it's only $2.
Yeah,
but
still, it's kind of petty to argue over $2.
I was a little frustrated, because I also have never done that before. I've never had to do a, like, I guess it's a partial return?
Refund? Yeah.
Or, I don't know.
Something like that.
Refund, yeah. I don't know. It's odd. There's just been weird stuff this week.
Yeah.
Weird people, but it's okay. It all works out in the end, and I don't let it get me down.
Now, going forward in the future, what are our goals for our upcoming week?
Well, get back to my listing 30 things a day. I got like a day and a half behind, which is a bummer. But I'm actually not that far behind.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
We do have a pile of stuff in our living room.
I mean, our problem was we're spending too much of our time just doing our own thing when we need to spend fun stuff. Yeah,
we've been kayaking.
Yeah,
and
which
hanging
is
out with people.
Really fun, but at the same time, it's hard to get back in the groove when you're already starting from behind.
It is really, really hard. But we have someone taking pictures, so I kind of have to stay on track, or I'm going to be behind forever.
Yeah, that's kind of something unique to us, is that we have someone depending on us to provide them with stuff every single week to photograph.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's getting me behind, too, is I'm having to spend the whole day and a half sourcing, and I have to have it done by a certain day because we switch her inventory. Mm-hmm. So I get 150 things back and give her 150 new things.
And yeah, you gotta
spend
all the time.
And whereas other people can source through the whole week. Yeah, and I do have to put it all in our inventory and all that. So I don't know, just be more organized with that is kind of our goal for this week, and get the hard goods unpacked because they're still in boxes from when we moved. So luckily I haven't sold too much that I have to dig out, but
the other thing is we want to start working on our logo. So
that's exciting.
Should be pretty fun. We found someone on Etsy who we think's really cool. I'll link her on the comments in our blog. But she has incredible work, and we're really hoping to work with her on making something unique.
Yeah.
Something our own.
She has amazing, I went through a ton of people who do logos. I spent a lot of time looking it up, and because we want our logo to be nice.
Yeah, there's Fiverr is the other one we were looking at, but that's cheap stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's quality. Not what we want, at least. We want to be able to use it for our website.
Yeah, we're wanting to start branding our store. That way we can have more of an image in the community. I mean, for eBay, that's not quite as important as other stuff because people are just going to type in what they want and then just buy it. I mean, they're not looking to buy from a repeat seller. I mean,
not often. I mean, we have had repeat sales before, but I don't think it's as much an eBay thing. But I still think it's important to brand your store. Make yourself look professional. Yeah. Have, quality.
Yeah. Have respect for you and your work. Yeah. So, I mean, part of that branding is having, a consistent image. And what we want is a consistent image. That way, if someone buys something from us, they know they're getting a quality item. And they're going to get it.
Customer service.
Good customer service. They're going to get it shipped to them quickly. Yeah. And that way they feel confident if they do want to follow our store or buy something from us again. They'll know that they've had that good experience in the past. That way they'll come back.
Definitely. Yeah. So I think this week those are kind of our goals. And I mean, we're going to start sharing a new kind of a 6-week thing with you guys.
Yeah, 6-week series about, our whole process. Today was about how you find things. Then next week's going to be how you organize it. Then we're going to have our listing flow, our shipping, how to deal with customers, and how to be positive when things go wrong. So we're kind of wanting to start out with going through our whole process of how to do things.
Yeah, no, and I think it'll be really interesting to kind of see, because we really needed that when we were first starting.
Yeah, and we want to just share what we've learned with everybody else. So, well, that's it for this week. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them on our blog at thevalleyexchange.com. And I'll also link to our logo designer on there as well. Is there anything else before we end up? Mm-hmm. Well, guys, thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next week.